What you can then though do is take two of our newer capabilities, one being PowerApps and one being Microsoft Flow. So Flow and something called LogicApps is really the way to move data between the common data service and other applications. So if you guys are familiar with something called if this then that, we can really go and say if a lead is created in CRM, just send a push notification to my phone or send me an email or post something to Twitter. There's a whole bunch of different connectors, including Dropbox and Salesforce and Dynamics and Office 365 and Slack. There's tons and tons of them, right? So I can move this data around effectively, which is great. But not only can I do that, I can also use PowerApps to get access to the common data service as well as Dynamics data, which means I can quite rapidly build new applications and easily, with no code, publish them to Android, publish them to iOS, publish them to Windows phones, tablets, desktops as well, and even preview them. So now what I'm able to do is, let's say I had a very specific, Dynamics implementation, but I could go and build an app that was just for maybe property site inspections, and that app could be really simple because it just captures the 5 simple fields. It's an app that's on that phone. And not contradicting the point around app fatigue, but this is a very specific business purpose. I could then have my Power App spun up in almost no time. It does what it needs to do, and if I need to, I could also decompose the app and get rid of it just as quickly and build up the new apps that I need. I can have apps for the very specific roles that are out there, and that data that's collected in those processes that fire can then go into the common data service and or Dynamics 365 and drive the business process forward. So really is quite revolutionary in what we're doing. The one thing I do encourage is understand the differences between Microsoft Flow and LogicApps. Flow is really a person-to-person piece. Think of it as the old ability to do workflows as a power user, versus LogicApps, which is definitely more designed at the consultant or administration and project base, so that you can create workflows that run across the entire business as opposed to just one person's data. So PowerApps and Microsoft Flow is definitely an area that we see a lot of value for our customers, and definitely encourage you to get stuck in and go and play around with, because it can definitely unlock a whole bunch of value in Dynamics 365, especially if you think about getting access to Office 365 and all those capabilities as well.